Good morning, everyone. My name is Justin, the student minister here at Openwater Church, and I hope you had a wonderful morning so far. And what a great weekend we had. I know Billy and Pastor Dave really enjoyed it because they semi got a day off because Tyrus pretty much did worship and spoke. And so he talked about Compassion International. And what I want to do is I want to talk about how do we just be compassionate to people around us? Because you're going to hear, you heard a lot about the organization, but how do we be compassionate as human beings, ourselves? And I want to paraphrase a story because I encourage you to go read Acts chapter 3. And what happens is Peter and John, they're walking into the temple, and depends on what translation you said. The NLT says they're going to a prayer meeting at like 3 o'clock, right? And there's this guy, this beggar who's at the gate, and he's begging people for money. And so Peter and John walk by, they see this guy, and they walk up to him, and he's expecting, them to give him some coins, gold and silver. And Peter goes, bro, I don't have gold or silver. Followed Jesus for 3 years. I don't have a lot. But what I do have is Jesus. Get up and take your mat and walk. And that's what he did. And so today we live, in a world where we don't really carry around cash. It's just the way our society has become, where we use debit cards, and now you can put it on your iPhone. You don't have to use your debit card anymore. You can just scan your iPhone. And so when we see people like beggars that have been around the Bible times, they're no different now, we feel guilty because we don't have cash on us. I know I personally feel that way too. It's like, man, I don't have anything. So what can I do? Like, what should I do? Should I just like act like the person's not there? No. I mean, you could, you can smile, you could wave. I mean, you could do what Peter did and be like, bro, I don't have any cash, but let me just pray for you. Okay, you just start there. And so that's what that story's about. It's about just being compassionate to the people around us. I mean, it's great and wonderful to Compassion International to sponsor a child, and I encourage you to do that. But on the other hand, Peter and John were compassionate because they just showed Christ's love to a man, to a beggar. And I encourage all of us to do that, and it's just for some reason so hard for us to do that just because the way our society has molded us to think only about ourselves. That's why we have selfie and selfie sticks and Instagram with filters and Snapchats with filters, because we are obsessed with ourselves. And Jesus always reverses things. And in the kingdom, we can't obsess about ourselves. We have to obsess about other people. And like last week, we talked about being refined, and that is a process. It's not going to happen overnight. Peter just didn't one day wake up and go, oh, I'm going to be compassionate today. No, he had to follow Jesus around for 3 years and be told, Satan, get behind me, and he denied him. And now look what we think of Peter as now. And so I just want to encourage you guys, just be compassionate to the people around us. Just show Christ's love, as simple as a handshake, a high five, a fist bump, or a simple prayer, or an encouraging text message, or an encouraging Snapchat, or an Instagram. We live in a social media world, so use that for encouragement to the people around you and show compassion. And so that's one way you can do that. And, you can show compassion to people instead of sponsoring a child, which I encourage you to do. You can also do this as well. You can just do both, because that's what you should be doing anyways. And so hope you have a great week and a great weekend, and look forward to seeing you guys all on Sunday.